What's up, Taurus gang? Happy birthday. Probably a happy early birthday to most of you. I hope this video finds you guys well. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. My name's Annie. Happy to have all the Taurus squad out there with me, as well as the cross watchers. You guys are welcome too. We're going to do a short, fun, hopefully a fun little love and romance tarot spread for you guys. So, my general spiel for the newbies here on YouTube, I do generalized messages. That means not everything I say will resonate with you. Know that going into these readings, ultimately you're in the driver's seat of your own life. So whatever you see fit, what messages resonate and serve you in any capacity, those are the ones I encourage you to take on. But if anything feels strange or foreign, drop it like it's hot. Release those messages. Have faith that they're going out to someone else who needs to hear them. Also, give these messages time to resonate. Not everything will click instantly. Highly encourage you, if something is strange or foreign, put it on the shelf, right? You may not need to access it again, but later on something could click for you that could be quite insightful, right? Everything else about this video down in the description box below. Like, share, subscribe wherever you guys can. And I'm celebrating my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. I'm not saying that to gloat or celebrate. It's not an ego thing per se. Only that I'm trying to make some reasonable goals for myself. So hopefully by the end of April, I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. And I'm really close, guys. So for those who haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you are so willing to do that, I would truly, truly appreciate it. It does help my numbers, my analytics here on YouTube. So yeah, if you're able to hit that subscribe button, that would be amazing. All right, a few more cards for Taurus in love, and we're going to hop in. 4 more cards. What does Taurus need to know about love, relationships, dating, sex, romance, any of that? I just heard the divorce papers. Are some of you looking to get a divorce? All right, yeah, some of you are actually. Libra, Queen of Swords energy. To make room for something in the past. Oh gosh, that's actually been a running theme throughout my readings with the 6 of Cups. Some of you are waiting for an offer from a past person, particularly another Taurus or Libra. Libra is involved somewhere in here. Maybe that's strong in your chart. Or an Aquarius. You have the star coming up. If it's not an Aquarius, it's representing all the hope that you still have for, if it's not someone from the past, just that you can restore your own cup of love and it's like aligning with your soulmate, the person you're supposed to be with. So all right, it is like a bajillion degrees in LA today. I feel like it's summer weather. I'm like, oh, I look kind of rough on camera, but whatever. No vanity here on this channel. You get what you get. All right, Taurus, let's hop in here. There's a lot of heavy Libra energy. You have the Queen of Swords twice, so a Libra could play a factor in this if you don't already have a Libra in your life already. That could certainly be someone you are distancing yourself from as well. It doesn't have to be. Sorry about that, Taurus. My camera froze there. So yeah, you guys have a good amount of Libra energy in your spread. If that isn't a person in your life currently, it could indicate that you may have a Libra coming in. But yeah, something about Libra energy is important. So recalibrating your own scale, right? You know, the Justice card, the scales. You could be doing something with law or with the government or obviously there's government payouts going out right now. It could just indicate something like that. But anyway, your overall energy card, you're presenting a 7 of Swords. So yeah, you're wanting to run out the back door is sort of what I'm getting. You're wanting to retreat or just distance yourself from something that you don't really see much value in it. Have you guys seen that movie, Josie and the Pussycats? I don't know why I just got this hit, but something about that song, I'm your backdoor lover. That in itself is like a whole other message about, you know, someone's having fun and doing some side sex. That's what that sounds like to me. But yeah, something about doing it in a very like sneaky, clandestine way and your backdoor lover. Stop it. I can't with you. You Tauruses are like, I didn't realize this, and I actually love that I'm growing on my own spiritual path too, because newsflash, I am not a perfectionist. I consider myself very much a student of astrology. The more Tauruses I've come to like interact with, because I don't have that many in my life until recently, they've all come in. It's really funny. You guys and there's no judgment here, but you guys are hypersexualized. I didn't realize how much like sexual energy is so involved in like the Taurus energy, because I guess I do associate with like Mother Earth, which has this very gentle feminine, but I guess she's a little sex pot underneath. That's what I'm coming to learn about you Tauruses, which I mean, that's cool, but that's why I'm kind of giggling, because this whole song about backdoor lover, I wouldn't have shared that other than like, oh, but I'm doing a Taurus reading, so you guys, that's hilarious. Anyway, you're wanting to distance yourself from somebody who you don't see much potential in. Interesting. It could even be someone who you feel like they won't emotionally open up to you. Again, it's sort of like this backdoor lover. I swear I'm going to stop saying that, right? It feels like a kind of a sex thing, but they don't open up to you emotionally. They don't like to get real and vulnerable with you. They have trust issues. And so Taurus, again, I'm not necessarily saying you're looking for the long term. I'm not necessarily saying you're waiting on the wedding ring, but you're distancing yourself from someone who has a victim mentality. All right, that's an interesting message. So no shade to the cross watchers. You know, I love you guys, but I got to deliver the messages as they are. There's two people here, and both of them are highly suspect of each other. I mean, the wounded warrior is just like, who is this person? Like, why would I let them in? Why would I let my guard down? But then that's you. It's like, well, bitch, if you're not going to let me in, like, I'm out. Like, but with the Seven of Swords, I always see this, if this isn't the liar, cheater, thief card, and it isn't always, again, you may have multiple people you're kind of entertaining, right? If it's not that Taurus, something about this, I always notice he's left two swords behind. Either he needs to dash now and it's not worth like collecting your stuff, your property. Some of you could be switching homes, and especially if there's a divorce and you're separating from someone, especially if this is a female-female relationship. Some of you are just kind of like, like it's not even worth the hassle of like dividing the stuff up. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, you can keep that cooking pot, but I'm taking this one. You guys are just kind of like, cut your losses. Like this, it's almost like this person just isn't worth your time. That's sort of the energy I'm getting from that. So then, yeah, in your mental sector, it's kind of the same message. It's not worth it. You're ready to move on. But, you know, with this card too, they're always looking behind their shoulder. So something about fearing the repercussions of moving out, of this relationship of, I don't know if you're trying to avoid an awkward conversation of, hey, I'm not that interested in you. And again, please don't take this personally. I'm just relaying the message. There is an element of this of head games. It's like one day you're hot with them, one day you're cold, because I think in a lower vibration in your mind, and I don't even know, again, this might be subconscious. I don't know if you're doing it intentionally. You think that if you pull away like a magnet, it will attract them back. They'll want to chase after you. I don't know if I get that vibe. It's almost like you have this strategy of, if I just cut them off, they're going to come running, like they're going to miss me. And I got to be real, this person doesn't know what they want. So if that's your strategy, if that's your game plan to like play hard to get, but I just kind of sense you're going to be disappointed because in your heart space, you don't want to be kept waiting. This is a very interesting message of both of you are in a similar spiritual path, and that I'm sort of getting at least one of you, if not both, doesn't totally know what they want. It could be indicating that you both have trust issues from a past relationship that really did a number on you, right? I come at this very sympathetically, empathetically, right? I'm not saying you're doing it to be malicious, but there's a part of you that's like, you up and leave people quite suddenly, and it does leave them feeling wounded. But then there's something where it doesn't quite land with the two of you, because you're something about like your need or your desire to feel comforted or like needed, maybe, right? And I say this to my water squad a lot, particularly my Cancers. Your desire to feel needed, it might come off as clingy, so then you retract entirely when your person is just like, I just needed a little bit of space, right? So it's almost like somebody really takes it to heart and completely does like a 180 or completely withdraws, when it's almost like the ingredient to fix it actually isn't that difficult. You both of you need to be open in your communication with one another. You're both sort of on the defense. You're both struggling to honor your true feelings and your true intentions. In your heart space, though, you're waiting to hear from someone. And I'm not necessarily, it could be this person. It absolutely could be this person, particularly if you split off. And again, sort of this like playing hard to get type deal. If it's not as like drenched with all this like emotional upheaval, right? Maybe this scenario is a little bit too like drama filled with you. It could be indicating a mild version of what I've just said, is maybe you do love the thrill of the chase, right? And maybe you like being chased, Taurus, right? But there's an element of this where in your heart, you're always kept waiting. So this whole scheme of, you know, if I run, they'll chase me. I feel like at least with one person, if not multiple people, you've been kept in this, like it was their cue. They were supposed to chase me. Like they're not getting the game aspect of it. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius. So you have 9 of Wands coming up again. Yeah, you want the recognition of this person. You do want happiness, the angel of happiness, recognition, and determination. This person is very determined. They're very set in their ways. Again, you could be dealing with a Sag. Maybe you're dealing with another Taurus or a Libra. Something about this with you, it's not malicious intent. It's a learned behavior. Maybe this is something your parents did, or maybe this is something you learned from your best friend, or it's something like you're supposed to be chased. And I guess I sort of question your strategy if that's you. This could also be your person. Sometimes the roles are reversed. Ultimately, though, you do want this person who's, on guard, essentially, the one who has trust issues, who just won't let you in. It's like you can't quite penetrate them at a deeper level. That sounds dirty too. Moving on. You do want their recognition. You want things to take off and be easy, but you're either not feeling heard or you just simply don't know how to vocalize it in a way that allows your relationship to progress and develop in a healthy way. There are some head games or misspoken words or shenanigans, games going on here. It's like you kind of just got to say what you mean. Like I hate to say it, tough love message. I support you guys. I'm trying to inspire you here, but enough with the bullshit. Say what you mean. And if you don't know, well, you can't be mad at this person either because they're in the exact same boat. In a way, this could be very much like a twin flame relationship in that it holds a mirror up to both of you, right? The qualities you don't love in this person that you recognize, it may actually be turning you inward to kind of do a reshuffle, a reorganization of things that you can grow and build on and develop, if that makes sense. I feel like all of you just clicked off. I just felt this sinking energy, this is my love message. I'm sorry. Let's keep going. Maybe it might get more positive. We'll see. All right. So in your heart space, you're still waiting for someone to return your call or someone to return the compassion. I think you are looking for warmth and compassion, particularly with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But your overall action is you're not speaking your truth. You've put yourself in some sort of mental trap by your own doing. And it's almost, by your own doing, and that you're not expressing or communicating how you truly feel. And I don't mean to gloss over that. Again, my sympathies are with you, but when this card comes up, it's a mental prison that you've put yourself in. And the positive spin is you hold the key. You have the answers. You have the power to understand that these negative thoughts, these beliefs of self-doubt, they're negative, right? The swords are pointed down. They can't channel those higher vibrational messages from God, from spirit, from universe. You can step outside these swords and recognize, oh, this is false. This isn't my truth anymore. It used to be, or this is what my ex did to me, but I'm in control of my own life, so I'm not going to pay any mind to this because it's bullshit. That's not true anymore. There's a need to raise your vibe, speak your truth, and I am sort of getting save yourself. You're not in a mentally good place right now, and I am getting this back and forth of I need to be loved, but the minute someone gets too close, I push them away, or it's something like that. And again, for some of you, especially for the cross watchers, right? This may actually be me you that I'm talking to. So let's hop into your person over here. Knight of Swords, so their overall energy is they do want to communicate. They do want forward movement. It's frequently a card of Gemini for me. It could also be another air sign. If it's not representing their elemental, like Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, they just want forward movement, communication. There's a lot of thoughts spinning around, but something about the circle, the inner circle, rather than going around and around and around, it's like they want to break free break the chain, right? They want to break the bad patterns of behavior, the bad habits, almost arguing in a circle where it never goes anywhere. They want out of that deal. They want out of that contract. Again, this could be a karmic relationship for some of you to learn something about your own value, your own worth, your own healing. Some of you may be interested in a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It would not be this person that I've been reading for. That's another message for someone else. Anyway, so then in your person's, in your person's headspace, they have Page of Cups. So they're potentially open to restoring the love with you, but I'm getting it would be a struggle because they have to get very real with themselves, and that's something that they're struggling with as well. You both have a similar issue, and so it makes sense why every time you try and link, the connection just kind of breaks. It is a cycle. It's a pattern that you guys keep going through. So what's the missing ingredient? Doing something differently the next time around, right? If this is something you're trying to salvage, you need to approach it in a new way, because I'm getting history has proven that it's something with the repetition of every time you try and do this, it goes to shit, or it doesn't work, or someone gets hurt, or someone goes into victim mode. Your words aren't landing with one another, and part of it too is because you both have this Taurus, right? Stubbornness, let's just say it, right? Nothing wrong with that all the time. But when it comes to a battle of the wits, of the intellect, both of you, the reason why you're not communicating is because you go into every conversation knowing that you're right. There's no wiggle room to argue or to justify their behavior. Like, no, this is the truth and this is my truth and here's what you need to fix. Again, the problem here is no one's listening. Everyone's speaking, but every time you say something, it falls on, what is that expression? It falls on deaf ears or something like that. Neither party is being heard because I just got to say, you both are very stuck in your ways. You're both very hell-bent on only seeing it through your perspective. So again, some of you may decide, I'm done with this person. They're not willing to hear me and see me. And so if you're going off to chase new love, that's fine. But this is a karmic lesson for you, Taurus. So even if this isn't your soulmate, if this isn't your person, understand that there were valuable lessons to be learned. Why, when you were with this person, in metaphor, you felt like you were in a prison. There's something valid to understanding that, running away from a person will solve it momentarily, but until you really go internal and look at why this is happening, this could potentially happen with future romantic partners, with future sexual partners, right? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, there's a huge need for vulnerability and emotional authenticity is what this is calling for. I just kind of keep hearing trust issues. Maybe you grew up in a family that was very unstable. Maybe you grew up and felt like you never got the time and attention from your parents, or maybe you were always talked down to. Maybe you were bullied a lot on the playground, right? There's a lot of I just need to repress everything I'm feeling. But that's the irony, is it's what you want though is so opposite from that. What you want is warmth and ease and just the innocent, pure love a child can offer. They don't offer it with stipulations. It's not tit for tat or he said, she said. It's just like, I love you. It's easy. It comes right out of their mouth. They don't think twice about it. And it's true. They don't say it if it's not true, right? That's what you're wanting. And yet, so why all this, Taurus? Oof. This is kind of a heavy message I feel for you guys. So in your person's heart space, they feel like you have abandoned them, and I got to be honest again, there are lessons that they're trying to understand, that they're trying to interpret about their own spiritual path, and they may ask for time away. I sort of sense, hold on. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was going to say, I sense that you're the one leaving, but now I'm getting the opposite message that they might do the same. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because it's the same situation going on. There's a back and forth, there's a push and a pull, but you guys really need to get on the same page. Some of you are writers. Some of you are writing a book. What is that expression? The pen is mightier than the sword. You guys need to express rather than fighting with your words verbally. It might actually do you well to write out your feelings on, literally I'm getting pen and paper or on your laptop, whatever, almost as a cathartic release of everything that's pent up inside of you, because you have a lot inside of you that even if you have vocalized it before, it never landed with your person. They never received the messages because they were too busy talking or fighting back, or I'm even getting just immaturity, just la, 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 I'm not going to listen to you. For your own mental sanity, you may just want it to do a purge of all the words and seriously, all the anger, all the resentment, all the aggression, get it out on paper, right? Then you can kind of pull back and edit if you choose to share this with your person. I would almost what do they call that? Word regurgitation. Get out everything that's lingering there so you can give yourself the peace of mind, right? The healing, the spiritual healing that you need to strip it down to the core. And then from this thing that you've just, purged out of you, this spiritual purge, ask yourself, what can I build upon? And potentially, can I use anything in this document or whatever this metaphor is for you that is solid enough where I can bring it to my person to make some sort of change that would allow new love in? Higher vibrational love, emotional intelligence. That's what this really needs. This could even be something with a sibling. For a lot of you, this could be an awkward dynamic you have with a sibling that you're looking to heal. It could be that one of you has this complex of, well, they were the favorite child. I'm absolutely, particularly with a father, if you grew up in a household with a single father and it was the three of you, you may have felt like one of your siblings got preferential treatment. I do have to be honest, for some of you, that's probably in your head a little bit. Again, this is about looking at something from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint. You could have had a parent that was a bit of a player, particularly if they were single, or maybe they weren't. You could have had a parent that cheated on your mom or your dad during your childhood, and I don't know, maybe you knew, maybe you didn't, maybe you found out about it later in your adulthood, but something about that, subconsciously, it seeped into your ultimately into your spiritual path where, again, there's like a learned pattern of behavior that you need to break the cycle. If you're struggling with this, right? If you are seeking resolution, if you are seeking change, you need to do something differently. And there are definitely some options in here for you. So I got to be honest, I sense that there's some time apart on the horizon for you guys. It's not to say that if you both do a significant amount of individual healing that you couldn't come together and express your truth in a higher vibration, because in a higher vibration, these queens are very skilled communicators. They can express their truth in a very fair, diplomatic way. It's Libra energy, a balancing of the scales. So it's not to say that this queen is always harsh, and this isn't like always an asshole queen, right? But with the current energy, you both are, again, very stubborn or struggling to be vulnerable with your person and express where you're really at. And with that, what you don't like about this relationship, areas that need improvement and want to fix, you both are on the defensive. You need to fix this, but you're not letting the person vent and really kind of interpret on your own, what is it that isn't working for them about me in this relationship. You don't need to change for anyone, but again, this is a mirror relationship. So if you're not going to take the criticism, you also can't point the finger. Okay? So then in your final action card, you're going to sit and think about it. You're going to sit and think about, is this person worth it? Is it worth my time? Is this person my soulmate, right? Six of Cups. Or with Six of Cups, the card of nostalgia, it can sometimes be wearing rose-tinted glasses. It can sometimes be glossing over things to make them appear really nice and fluffy. But the core truth of this is that there is a lot of chaos. There is a lot of difficult energy with this. And for some of you, I'm not saying like your person is in the clear. They could have done some really shitty manipulative things, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay in that relationship if you're not happy there. Some of you may realize that this at one point was a karmic lesson or a karmic relationship, but it might not be your end all be all of a soulmate. There's certainly valuable lessons to take away from this. Again, some of you are going to choose to work on it and build it and fix it. Others of you are going to go towards something else, particularly like a person from your past. I don't know how new it would be. You have Six of Cups coming up twice, so maybe a Scorpio. That is your opposite counterpart there. So frequently a lot of great friendships between Scorpio and Taurus exist during childhood, and that could potentially develop into something romantic. Yeah, you about face, I just heard. So your person could be in the military, or somebody in this could be. You got the wounded warrior fighting overseas, something about that. Taurus, you about face. You turn around and you recognize, sorry, there was someone at my window. Your Nine of Cups, your long-term wish fulfillment person, it's not who you thought it was. Okay? Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's forward movement in love after you guys clear the air. After you kind of relieve yourself of the mental baggage you're carrying around. I'm not saying go out and spew these negative words at this person, because I think you guys have already done that. And again, it's not getting you anywhere. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I forget who said that. I feel like it was Einstein. This, Taurus, mix up the ingredients, shake it up, do something different. If it's not worth saving, mix up the ingredients by dating around, by seeing someone else, because it could be that this person just isn't doing it for you. You have a water sign interested in you, a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. Yeah. All right, let's do some romance angels on this. I'm going to do 3, one for each of you, because there's absolutely 3 energies in this reading, if not more, right? 1, 2, 3. Those came right out, right? All right, so it's up to you who you want to assign these to. Children, your love life is being affected by children. And I'm just going to put it out there. You could also be the child in this situation, right? If there's an unsettled baggage with a parent, right? Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Shout out to the water signs. Just kidding. And then getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. All right, zodiac signs, wrapping it up for my Tauruses. For the birthday Tauruses out there. Do you know what's ironic? I feel like whenever it's someone's birthday season, they always get the shitty love message. And I'm not saying this is shitty. I shouldn't have said that. What I mean by this is a tough one. This is a tough love message. So I feel for you. Everyone who wants to be happy on their birthday. So maybe this is encouraging you to go after new love. At minimum, do you know what it's saying? Listen to your intuition. That is your direct channel to the divine, to your divine counterparts, your spirit guides. That is what's going to serve you. She's holding like a little, I interpret it as like an apple. That stands for temptation. There's the temptation to do something because it's easy, because you know it, it's familiar, you've always done it. What if you were to bust out of that comfort zone and go after that new person? It's worth considering. All right, one more card for Taurus, zodiac signs that want to come out for this reading. For Taurus. Okay, you got a whole bunch. All right, so bottom of your deck is Pisces. You have a whole lot here. You have Sagittarius, you have Libra, you have Taurus, you have Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, and Libra again. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if any of this resonates. I will see you very soon for more tarot. And happy birthday, Taurus.